Welcome to Market Like It's Hot, where we talk about awkward dad jokes, social media, marketing, anything that comes to our mind, hopefully helping small business owners accelerate their growth plans. My name is Yasmin Robles. I am the founder of Rebel Marketing, formerly known as Robles Designs. And with me is Izzy Dudosky, the one and only Izzy Dudosky. Izzy, do your intro.
Hi, I'm Izzy Dudosky.
And that's all she needs to say, because
That's all
is,
you need to know.
Yeah, it's apparently how the cool kids introduce themselves these days. Izzy, we're going to be chatting, just answering some questions that people posted or commented on our LinkedIn post, and most of them seem to be around social media. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So the first question is from Kelly Leonard. And her question said, or her comment is, things seem to change at a fast pace on anything pertaining to social. What is the recommended number of posts per day? 1, 2, 1 per week? What do you think, Izzy?
Yeah. So one, it all depends on what you're doing. So like for a marketing agency, it makes sense to post a lot, but like if you're a law firm, like you're probably not going to post as much. So take into account what your industry is doing before that. For anybody, I would try to say at least minimum post 2 times a week, something. So you're still like showing some relevance within other people's timelines and different things like that. Also, just like content wise, it can be like a static post. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Everybody wants to be Duolingo, but not everybody can be Duolingo, because it would make sense for certain industries, and it would kind of be, what is the word I'm looking for?
Inauthentic, I think.
Inauthentic, right? And just like not appropriate for some. Definitely. So just like keep that in mind when posting, but I would just say post at least 2 times a week, just as a general. So
yeah, stay top of mind.
Yeah.
And Kelly is coming in from, she's from Columbus, and I just wanted to shout out where she works. She works at Sands Decker. So I said in the post that I would shout out your business or where you work and your name. So I am living up to my promise. From Cassie Kane, she is the owner of, and I'm bringing it up here. Kane Learning. That's right. Kane Learning. I didn't want to mess it up.
Yeah, you're okay.
So her question is very similar. Are there any particular days and times that it's best to post to social? So knowing that Kelly and Cassie are more in that service-based business, Cassie does more like leadership training. What would you suggest?
It varies per industry again, and I hate saying that for everything, but like imagine if I was selling like baby strollers and my target market is moms with a baby. They're probably going to be up at 2:00 in the morning looking at their phone with the baby compared to 9:00 in the morning with the baby. So it's just finding those certain times when your audience would be online. So for leadership training and different things like that, you're looking typically for those C-level individuals to come and view your posts. So if I think about it, it's whenever lunchtime is. It's whenever it's around Friday and they're trying to get off work a little bit early. That's when you post. Monday mornings when they're trying to get situated would be a great time to post, but just think about it the way that your audience would think about it. So yeah, that's the best way I could. Do you have anything else to say about that, Yasmin?
No, yeah, I think it goes back to some of our previous podcasts as well as our podcast with Circle 270, so the Circle of Experts. I think that it really depends on how well you know your audience, because and with the product that you're selling to them, because even if they are, let's say, a professional new mom, right, she might still be on LinkedIn, but she is if she's anything like me, she doesn't want anything reminding her of her kids, so she might go on LinkedIn and be in the mindset of being professional, so she does not want to see an ad or anything about strollers. But at late at night when she's holding that dear little crying bundle of joy, um, if that's one word for it, she might be, maybe she's also in tears. And so what is she scrolling to stop both herself and her child from crying? So I think knowing your audience very well and what you're selling to them, what the solution is that you're providing would be number one. And then what platform are you even posting on? Because I don't know if anyone who's a professional in let's say the Eastern time zone, for would they be on LinkedIn at 3 in the morning? I don't know, but would they more than likely be on TikTok at 3 in the morning as they relive all of their life choices? Not speaking from experience. So I think knowing who your audience is and what you're selling. Does that sound smart?
Yes, and then also it's like if you want to take it a step further, there's different tools that can literally give you the best time on when to
Mhm.
post, like
Yeah.
based on who's following you. So
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah, and then just start posting. I think that's one of some of these questions kind of stop people from posting. Just post and see if it worked out. If it seems like when you post on Wednesday mornings, you don't get as much traction, then start posting later in the day or don't post on that day. Maybe try posting on a Saturday. See if people are checking maybe if it's for like job seekers or something. See if they are post or they're checking their LinkedIn on Saturday mornings. Just test it out. I think some people are very hesitant. And then other people are also worried about overdoing it. And honestly, you might be seeing your posts a lot because you're the one posting it, you're the one scheduling it and approving it and all of that. But your people are probably either scrolling past it or the algorithm hasn't given it to them yet. So they're not seeing it as often as you are. Yeah.
Period.
So, yeah. So I have another question from Kelly Leonard, and hers says, "What about the use of hashtags? Seems overused many times. Any value?" So, is there a value to hashtags?
Yes. And I get the overuse thing because some people don't know how to use hashtags. Like, just because it's like a cool little saying to you does not mean it's going to bring people to your page.
And also research that saying because it might
Yeah.
not mean what you think it means.
Yeah, that as well. So,
Been there, done that.
basically, uh, hashtags are like keywords, but for social media. So, if I like something that has to do with hot dogs once, okay, and it has that hashtag of hot dog, and then you post something about hot dogs, and I'm scrolling, I might get your post about hot dogs, and I'll be like, oh, that's great, and then I'll like that. That's how it works. It's saying, oh, this person likes this one thing, and now we're going to recommend them posts based off these hashtags. So if somebody's looking into marketing and they liked a marketing post, they might see us after because we use those hashtags to promote in that sort of way. So, yeah.
Yeah. I would again, it goes back to knowing your person. So what hashtags what would they be searching for? So the way I explain hashtags sometimes is categorization. How would you categorize this particular post for other people to find it? If you're a local coffee shop, maybe using a local hashtag, because people might search for things to do in Columbus, Ohio, things to do in Seattle, and you want to pop up for that. Um, yeah, just I think knowing your users, and I hate saying that all the time, but that's what it comes back to: stalking them and knowing them better than they know themselves.
Yeah.
We have another one again about social media. This is from, well, the company is called Fresh Greens Houseplant Design. Um, and the question, we kind of covered it. Is it actually useful for brands to post every single day on social media, even if they're reposts or fluff? Okay, so still asking about posting every day, but what about those reposts? So what I tend to do, and although I own a marketing agency, Izzy is incredible and she will post something on our business page and then I will repost it and make some kind of weird remark alongside that LinkedIn post or repost. Is that useful, Izzy? Am I helping you? Is
Yeah. You're bringing traffic from your group of users to the business page. So I wouldn't post on the business page every day, but at least interact on the business page every day. I would say, like, go like other companies' things. That can sometimes establish a relationship where they'll be like, oh, now I'll go and like their stuff. And then you never know, maybe that will lead to something in the future. But reposts, again, if it was like from your personal account, like posting the business account, it's a different audience. So you're going to a different audience, but maybe somebody in that audience would be interested. They just haven't seen the content before. So I think like at least interacting on social every day is important if you're really trying to get into social, but you don't have to post every day. You can literally go like or comment something, and that could be it for the day. But yeah, that's just the way I see it, though.
Yeah. So we can repost. What about resharing industry posts? Or how about like LinkedIn? You can repost something with your comment, or you can just repost it. Is one better than the other one? Am I overthinking this?
Repost with comment will show up on people's timelines more, and I don't know why. It's just what I've seen. And then that allows for more interaction because you're giving your input on it again. And I would say the same with reposting industry stuff. If you're just reposting it without giving your feedback on it, why are you even posting it? Because this is going to sound mean, but most people who aren't in your industry don't care about your industry stats. So if you're going to post it, which would be great, and a piece of content, make sure you're commenting on why you're posting it to at least
Yeah.
have some kind of new insight to it.
Yeah. Yeah, like how does it connect to so can you give an example? Like if we, I don't know, if we repost something about how SEO is impacting small businesses, how would you, if you see that come through and you wanted to repost it, what would
Yeah,
you do?
either give a stat from us and say that we have also seen the same things, or follow it with a call to action, like we offer that, or
Mhm.
um, just kind of give your opinion on why it's important for small
Yeah.
businesses. You can do all three or either three. That's the way I
Mhm.
see it. So
Yeah. Yeah, and it depends on who you're trying to get in front of, I think, as well, because that messaging can shift. So if you're trying to get in front of a business's marketing coordinator, right? You want them to be your in for that service, maybe for whatever they're supporting. You're going to speak about it in a different way than if you're trying to get the attention of the big head boss, right? They're thinking about the business as a whole, the money coming in. Yeah, they might be interested in marketing, but that's why they have a marketing coordinator, right? Or somebody who works with all the vendors in marketing, and they're both going to speak a different language. So I would assume that your post or your repost the messaging would shift depending on how you want to connect, who you want to connect with.
yes.
All right. So those are the questions that we got. If you guys go to our LinkedIn or you can always just message us questions and we can cover them during the podcast. But I have some of my own for Izzy following this social media blitz that we're having. So let's say Kelly and all the other people, Cassie, they start posting, they start looking at when to post, when is it best for their particular businesses to post, what platforms they should be posting on. Metrics do they have to look at to see if they are successful? Because metrics can be very overwhelming for business owners, nerds like us. We love looking at them and we can translate them into action, but what could they be looking at?
See how certain posts are performing. So, which posts are outperforming other posts, and what time did you post it, and what was the content? So, like, if we post a video at 9 o'clock in the morning and it does 10 times better than the infographic I posted at noon, why is that happening? Is it the time or is it the content itself? So then you could always go back, switch those, and see what it is. Like, oh, did the graphic now at 9 a.m. get the same amount of traction, or did the video at noon get more traction? Just look at that stuff and then kind of, play around and see what works for you. And then once you get to that point, see what the growth is. So, like, almost every platform, if you have a business profile, will allow you to just see analytics within the app that you're using. So I would just try to see, like, you're not probably going to see immediate growth, but I would try to do like every 3 months check and see if that's where it's going, or at least every month.
Mhm. What about video? I know that's always a question that we get. Should we use video? How often? Should everything be a video? How long does the video have to be? Like every time I go to an event, people are asking me, and I'm like, I'm the website guru. You should talk to Izzy.
Videos should probably be around 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Just really get your point across, or else people are going to scroll if they're not interested. You can have them up to 3 minutes now on TikTok and Instagram, but that doesn't mean that you need to post basically like a YouTube video on either of these platforms. So just kind of make it quick, simple, and straight to the point of what you're trying to say. But videos can really, especially nowadays, people watch videos instead of just going on Instagram and scrolling. Like to the point where they will even watch the video without any sound on, because they would rather just watch a video than go on Instagram or be on Instagram Reels instead of just normal Instagram. So I think videos are beneficial. It's just, again, what kind of content you're posting. So
Yeah. And if it is a longer video, like if it is on TikTok, usually I'm the one that, well, my middle schooler showed me how to speed it up. So now I know how to speed up a TikTok video, and it annoys the heck out of me when I can't do that on other platforms. So yeah, I think knowing what that content is, and can it be shorter? Is it something where you can be more succinct, unlike when I'm rambling on and on? Or yeah, that's all I got. Lost my train of thought. But videos are cool.
mm-hmm.
What about what types of videos? Because I know we post some funny videos, then we've done the LinkedIn Live. Is there like, does it just depend on the company? Can really buttoned up companies do some sort of the moment trendy kind of sound or video?
Yeah, as long as it's not like going to destroy your entire brand. Like, it could be something and just people are like, oh my gosh, like, I haven't seen that side of you, and that's completely fine. But don't, like, if you're, keep it PG. Make sure the trend is PG if you're gonna do it, because it's like, if you're not typically in that realm of doing that type of stuff, or like having a certain tone of voice that like you typically wouldn't see in a business, I would still just like make sure that tone is in the caption at least, so you're staying consistent, but you can still participate in those trends sometimes. Like, that's the way I feel about it, though.
So keep it PG. So now what, hypothetically speaking, if what if you own like what kind of business? What if you own like a strip club?
Don't keep it PG.
Okay. All right.
Or make it extremely PG, and that would be funny.
That would be really funny. That would be really funny. Cool. All right. Well, keep an eye out, everyone, on our LinkedIn posts. We will be asking for more questions later on. If you have any questions, you can also just message them to us on LinkedIn. Izzy, where can people find you?
I'm on LinkedIn, and you can also find me on our website, and you can contact us from there. But yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, you can always also download, if you're looking to kind of take a closer look at what your marketing is doing, you can download our workbook, and it goes through a lot, but it goes through some social media, email marketing, SEO, and it helps you kind of hopefully not be overwhelmed, but still have a nice overview of what your marketing is doing for you and what that ROI is that you're going after, because everything in marketing should have some kind of ROI. It's nice to be glitter bombed, but you also want to make money. Making it rain, kind of like I'm assuming that's what a stripper would dream of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can download that at myrebelmarketing.com/checklist. All right. Thank you so much. Izzy,
Yes.
Before we get started, I have a question for you. What do you call two octopuses? What do you call two octopuses that look the same? I worked real hard on this.
Octenical.
Identical.
Oh, I was so close. I was so close.
And now this episode is done.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in.
Tune in next time.